ball, which we did 2 spots for that. One that was a full sizzle video, all gameplay, and that had
and motion graphics.
And that we did sort of a parody of Hank Williams' NFL theme of let's get ready for some football.
Let's get ready.
So that was the sizzle video, and then the live action. That was probably the most fun live action shoot that we've ever done. We had the full kind of nuclear family. We had the mom and the dad and the boy and the girl, and we built an entire set there at our soundstage in South Dallas of just kind of this Leave It to Beaver living room.
It was perfect. The
Yeah.
set was so great.
Which
I was shocked really when I saw how amazing it looked.
yeah, our art director just really knocked that out of the park.
Yeah.
And it killed me to turn the footage into black and white because
Yeah.
it was the color footage looked so good.
Also, we had like probably 15 seconds of footage, and we had to cut it down to like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, that was hard. I mean, that's the challenge and the trade-off is, you have this great footage, but you at the end of the day, it's a 30-second national TV ad that you have to, you got to pare it down.
Yeah, that butter. Also, we had a special effects artist create that
Yeah.
stick of butter, right? That
Yeah,
stuck
and-
to his head. Yeah, the guy that does stuff for Barney, right? Created that butter.
Yeah, we were looking for a stick of butter that could actually stick to someone's head as if a kid threw it across the room.
And was half melted.
And it was half melted, yeah. And the guy that does the costumes for Barney, I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he created this custom stick of butter. So that's Backyard Sports. Next is N+, and for N+, we did 2 official trailers for PSP, for N+ on PSP, and 2 official trailers for N+ on the Nintendo DS. And again, these were original music. We captured the game on PSP and DS, and motion graphics were just pretty much a takeoff of the concept of the game, which is the ninja running around.
Yeah, we kind of took the concept of how fast the ninja moves and kind of applied this pre-motion blur, so that like the motion blur comes in before the character, and then the character follows out, and then also is leaving a trail of motion blur behind.
Yeah, I thought that was neat.
Yeah, it looked pretty nice. Also, it's kind of the feel of the logo. You can see the burst coming out. So,
Kind of, yeah. And that's the concept of the game, is it's all motion. You're just constantly jumping around. And
we took all just that whole concept and applied it throughout the whole piece. It looked fit really well with the whole brand, and made the piece feel really fast and high energy.
And creatively, the concept that we went with is, if you watch these videos, it's very, it's supposed to be funny that the name of the game is N+, and N stands for ninja, and so it's basically this commentator between the really professional, kind of over-the-top movie voiceover guy with just a regular Joe gamer who's saying, is it ninja? Is that really all it is? Not in a derogatory way, but just set to the gameplay. It seemed to be kind of funny.
Also, this is a good one to point out kind of the capabilities of our capture facility, because the capability to capture both PSP and DS are both very proprietary. You have to have special equipment for both of them, which we are fully stocked with. And
yeah, they don't. Their aspect ratio and dimensions don't fall within any preset template.
Right, and Nintendo makes a device to let you capture the DS stuff, but for PSP, that doesn't exist. So you have to buy special hardware for the computer that'll capture like any resolution and weird stuff that's not actually a TV signal, and just turn it into data. So that's a pretty unique capability. That's pretty rare.
And then the next 3 are Dragon Ball Z, which we talked about Super DBZ before, but it's no secret that Mediajuice has done a lot of Dragon Ball Z. We've I think at one point I heard a statistic that we had done something like 100+ videos of some form or another, whether it be a TV ad or a sizzle video or an official trailer of just DBZ.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
So we'll just talk through a few of those. One of the ones that I thought turned out really nice, but was actually not. We didn't produce it as much as we normally would, was Shin Budokai Another Road, and really that one was just an original piece of music, and we just edited the gameplay to hit with the beats of the music, and it seemed to work really well.
Yeah.
So it was kind of one of those where you could really let the game and the music, if you did it right, if you edited it together right, it could kind of speak for itself.
Right.
So that's Shin Budokai, and Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2 and 3. We'll talk a little bit about those. The official trailer and the TV ads for Budokai Tenkaichi 2 were challenging because the new features of the game, there were a lot of new features, but it got to the point where these games have 100, 120, 150 characters. And so trying to include all the features of the game, 150 new characters, this many new environments, after it's kind of the 5th or 6th installment of DBZ on console, and then paring that down to any time length it started to become a challenge after all these sequels started coming out. And then Budokai Tenkaichi 2 was actually the first live-action Wii ads that we had produced.
Yeah, that's how we started getting into the Wii. What's it called? What do they call
lifestyle?
it?
Lifestyle
Wii
videos.
lifestyle videos, because you have to show people playing it. So that was our first time we did that.
Yeah, that was fun. We had kind of a white cyclorama that we had actually on our back soundstage here at Mediajuice, and just kind of went with this minimalistic white background, red couch, so that we didn't have to establish like a story or it's the kids' room or living room. So that's Budokai Tenkaichi 2, and then Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I think next to Super DBZ, we probably did the most for Budokai Tenkaichi 3 in terms of a campaign.
Yeah, that had live action and a lot of trailers too.
Yeah, I think we did 3 live action Wii trailers that had live action and gameplay mixed, and we did a features trailer which was almost 90% motion graphics. We did an official trailer. We did gameplay videos, behind the scenes, more than we can even really talk about on the podcast here.
Yeah, I think we did 2 official trailers. Yeah.
Yeah, we did 2 official trailers, and then worked on the TV ads as well.
Yeah, that was massive.
So that was probably one of my favorite non-traditional trailers that we've done is the features trailer that we did for Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah, that was one that we really collaborated on. Like I think I started out with the concept and gave that to our motion graphics guy, and then you stepped in and added ideas, and we all collaborated on that one.
Yeah, that was fun we kind of ended up with this landscape of, it's like this archaic kind of paper.
Yeah,
and all the features are on it.
Yeah, like a web, and you go in and out of each feature, and you're traveling down this web of a massive amount of features again, because it's a Budokai Tenkaichi.
Right.
Game.
Which that was, and I was glad that we did that because, like I said before, in these 15-second and 30-second ads, it's so hard to tell the public what all the features are. So here we had 2+ minutes to really lay out, okay, here is all the new features of this game, and it got a pretty good reception online, I think.
We did a controls video too that at first I was really pleased with the concept we had. It was like just a torso with arms, but it was real, and
using the Wiimote.
Yeah, and we spent a long time on it, and it looked great. And then that idea kind of got shot down after it was fully finished already, and we had to just do a guy in a box in the corner.
Yeah, yeah, and it's kind of it's like that's the sacrifice. Sometimes you come up with these great ideas and you produce them because you're given creative freedom by the client, which we love, but sometimes that ends up they want to just do the simplest thing after you've done all that.
Yeah.
So that's Budokai Tenkaichi 3, and I guess we'll end it there for now. We could probably talk about another 15 projects pretty easily, but that's just a small sampling of the history between Mediajuice and Atari over the past 4 or 5 years, and we'll hope to be bringing you some more updates soon. So thanks for tuning in.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.